The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination. And now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up inside the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Penny. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Another try for Penny. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Rashad Penny, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Makes the score Colts 24, Titans 7.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks, 75 yards. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Mahomes will throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Got a man, it's Tunyon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Brought down at the 20.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And they run the option on second down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Looking to throw. Jones. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Campbell. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. Albert O, 75 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Monty Rice there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you You don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now here's Mahomes. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. Inside handoff, Penny. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Penny. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Yannick Ngakoue with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Leaves it for Penny.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
217 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. Again, it's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. But how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.